Good morning and welcome to another day in the life video. Today we're going to be focusing on what I eat in a day to help fuel my main gaining phase that we're going through right now. We'll talk a little bit about progress that I'm making at the moment, where things are going, my nutritional goals, how I'm meeting those nutritional goals. And we failed at the first hurdle because I didn't actually film my breakfast this morning. But I just can't be one of those people who leaps out of bed and immediately puts the camera on and films me getting out of bed and films me. It's just not going to happen. The reality is Nathan bought me some breakfast in bed and I ate it in bed with my eyes just barely cracked open. So there's no evidence of that, but best believe I eat as soon as I wake up because I am ravenous. We know from that Andrew Huberman video that I do not survive well without breakfast, and actually my morning coffee is like my morning serotonin, so you can't take that away from me. But now I'm just filling up my big old Stanley with some electrolytes and we're gonna go to the gym for a little upper body day. Post-workout snackaroo of toast, and we've gone bougie. We've got the plant power bread. Anything that says plant power on it, I have to buy it. I'm like drawn to it. But we have 8 grams of protein per slice of bread, so I'm gonna have 2 slices of toast. That's my post-gym food. We have a little bit of butter all over this toast because, much like crumpets, I don't really enjoy loads of topping on my toast. I just want some butter. PSA, Flora Buttery is back to being vegan. Run and grab that because it's fairly good. For extra points, sprinkle a little bit of salt on top and then you can pretend we're allowed Lurpak. I don't know if you agree, but Vimto is an elite flavour. If it's Vimto flavoured, I love it. I found this energy drink, so best believe I'll be giving my afternoon a little boost with this. Now let me just taste test it. I'm going to taste test it for my friend who found this, so I'm going to double video. Okay, taste test of the Vimto for a little afternoon boost. Oh, it smells like Vimto. As anticipated, delicious. I think it is kind of a huge can though, isn't it? Why does it need to be that big? Delightful. Now with all this running around this morning, I actually haven't done any dedicated kind of laptop work today, and I have some things to do. So I'm going to take these little snacks upstairs. I've got some apple and I've got some pretzels, and have a little snack before I make my lunch. It is lunchtime, but I need to not get distracted by making pancakes and instead do a little bit of work before I get to that point. Okay, I've done one of the big tasks that I needed to do this morning, so that's great. I'm actually going to put the rest of this in the fridge. I'm probably halfway through. I know that's really annoying and almost pointless, but we have a cutoff. We have a caffeine cutoff. If any of my clients are watching, we don't have caffeine before bed, right? We don't have caffeine in the afternoon, not after 2 o'clock. So this is going in the fridge for tomorrow. And now we're going to make pancakes with this pancake mix. Usually, historically, I've found that pancake protein powders do not do what they're supposed to do and they just clump and go weird. These, perfect every single time, and 19 grams of protein, but you do have to put 180 milliliters of plant milk in, so always use soy milk for a little extra boost of protein, because I think this comes out to be like 25 grams of protein by the time I'm finished, and just easy and a delicious treat. It feels like a treat. What I also tend to find is with packet stuff, especially protein things, is that people go a little bit off piste. They don't quite do it to the instructions, and then they wonder why it turns out weird. Like, do you think that they haven't researched this? Do you think they haven't tested it out and put it on the packet for a reason? Like with this, it says to rest it for 2 to 3 minutes, and that's similar to the protein porridge that they do. And I genuinely think that that helps. And I think that a lot of people just will go, okay, it's a mix, and then shove it in the pan straight away. There's a reason the instructions are on the packet. Use them. Again, I'm using butter in the pan, and I'm not tracking that in my daily intake because it's not necessary for me. If you were in a dieting phase, you need to be measuring out what you're frying your food in, what you're cooking your food in. So whether that's olive oil, whether that's butter, whether that's 1 cal spray, make sure that that is also going into your MyFitnessPal, because it's things like this that people just go, oh, it's just a little bit of that, it doesn't matter. It all adds up throughout the day. My top tip when making pancakes, don't let the pan get too hot. And also leave the pancakes for a lot longer than you think you should. You need to wait till they have like bubbles in them before you want to turn them. Just be patient. And now we wait patiently. I get some steps in while I wait, because I think I was slightly under my steps yesterday. Steps are something that I'm still doing, even though I'm not out to kind of lose a lot of weight. I still want to make sure I'm being active. I still want to make sure I'm prioritizing that time outside for myself. It's so easy in the winter just to sink into the sofa of an evening and not think about how much activity you're doing. And I still want to make sure that I've got a healthy heart. I still want to make sure that I'm being active. So I'm still prioritizing movement. This is pretty much what you want your pancakes to look like before you flip them. Wait for those little bubbly bits before you do anything. Perfect, see? Pancakes done, looking delicious. We're gonna top with Biscoff, because Biscoff is life. And then a banana, they're banana flavoured pancakes by the way, as well. So a bit more banana and some chia seeds for micronutrients and a minuscule of omegas. Something like Biscoff, I am going to measure. That's pretty high in calorie. And I want to make sure that I'm hitting the goal that I've set for myself and not just going crazily above it for no reason, especially with kind of low nutrient dense foods like Biscoff. However, doesn't mean that I'm not going to have it, because it's incredible. Now I can't see because of my plate. Whoa. Oh, I wanted 20 grams. That's perfectly 20 grams. I'm amazed. Unbelievable. That's another thing about tracking actually. I truly think that for most people who don't have straws with food, it is beneficial for at some point in their life for them to track, because I'm able to kind of eyeball roughly how much I wanted that to be Because when I have Biscoff, when I'm adding Biscoff into my diet, when I'm putting it on my oats, when I'm putting it on my pancakes, I'll have roughly around 15 to 20 grams. So it's probably no mistake that that came out at 20 grams. I mean, I don't know how to eyeball it to be exactly that, but I know roughly what that looks like. I know roughly if I do kind of a big teaspoon, that's going to be probably the serving size that I need. And I think without having tracked, I wouldn't know what that looks like, and it would be so easy to go above and beyond and just keep kind of spooning stuff on. I think I'm also going to put some syrup on there. I'm going to use zero syrup, even though I'm not so bothered about those extra calories necessarily. Reason being, I want to be able to spend my calories on things that I want to spend my calories on. You want to spend your money on things that you want to spend your money on. I don't want to waste calories on syrup when I'm eyeing up a hot chocolate later, you know? Let's go and enjoy this while I watch Setting Sunset. My hair like this, I keep thinking that I've got some kind of crazy mullet going on because you see a bald head and then these pieces of hair. But let's go have a little lunch break, Setting Sunset and pancakes. I'm trying to get out of the habit of eating while I'm working, but in doing that I've got into the habit of eating my lunch on the sofa and then not getting off the sofa. We've been there for a little minute, but let's talk about nutrition because that's what this video is about. So at the moment, let me find my MyFitnessPal. I'm going to talk numbers, so if you're not into that, then you know where the door is, or just skip ahead a little bit. At the moment, in my main gaining phase, I am aiming for 2,200 calories. My maintenance is going to be around 1,900 to 2,000 calories. So that means the kind of amount of calories that I need to consume to stay roughly the same kind of body weight. So I'm eating just above that. Not a crazy increase, between 200-300 calorie increase. However, I find eating more kind of difficult, so it's important that I track, and it's important that I get close towards that number because it's very easy for me to come much more kind of under that. Yesterday was perfect, and I'm also heading for around 120 grams of protein per day. I think a lot of people try and reach for a protein goal that's not attainable for them. They think that because they go to the gym, they need to be eating a wild amount of protein in order to kind of see progress, which is not the case. I have a few calories left. I've basically already, to help myself win, put in everything that I'm gonna have this week. I've done my food shop, right? I've planned out what I'm gonna have for the week. I've planned out my evening meals. So why not just already plug that into MyFitnessPal? Makes my life so much easier in the week. Today, I haven't put anything into MyFitnessPal except from those pretzels that I wasn't gonna have. I leave myself like a little room for maneuver for snacks like that, but I'm gonna put the main basis of my meals within MyFitnessPal. That means that I know roughly what protein I'm heading towards. It means I know roughly what I've got left for snacks that maybe don't have super high nutritional value that I still want to be able to get in within my diet. And it means that my life is just easier. Like, I know what I'm making for dinner today, I know what I'm making for dinner tomorrow. If I forget, if I think, oh, what can I have? Or I'm feeling snackish and I'm like, what can I have for a snack? I've got my menu already here, already on my phone. Would it be too dramatic to wear a head torch? To wear a head torch out and about. Whoa! She bright. Rex has got his, one of many colours right now, but he's got his flashing collar on. Draw a head torch. Welcome to the laziest duck ramen style thing you will ever see. So we're starting off with these chicken flavoured noodles from Asda, and then we have this, which is the holy grail of meat substitutes, and also add some soybeans. And voila, it may have taken 3 pans, but it also takes about 2 minutes. Nathan is working late today, actually out of the house. Who does he think he is? So I'm going to sit and chill, watch some more Setting Sunset with my tray of goodies. I've got my ramen, my little baked cookie, and my little chocolate pot situation, because once I'm sat on the sofa and I'm chilled, I'm not getting up. It's not going to happen. So I have everything here so that I don't have to do that. And that concludes this day of eating. I think the only other thing that I may have is a little hot chocolate with my protein chocolate milk, and a couple of vegan marshmallows on top. Maybe. Depends how stuffed I am after all this, because I probably will be. But that brings me as close to 2,200 calories as possible. And also I'm hitting around that 120 grams of protein mark, which is my goal. And even though those numbers are not going to be applicable to you, hopefully it's helpful for meal inspiration, and also helpful for you to see that actually above 2,000 calories is normal and healthy for someone to eat. You do not have to live your life in a deficit. You do not have to live your life with your calories always starting with 1,000 and something. Please spend some of your life dabbling in the 2,000s. Fuel your body properly. Eat some goddamn food.